Let's welcome Mr. Nagoshi of SEGA.
Hello, I'm Toshihiro Nagoshi. I must admit, I feel nervous about being up on this stage today, but more than that, as a developer, I feel excited about NGP. There are just so many things to talk about that I don't know where to start. It really is a flawless portable device. Whenever a new piece of hardware is released, there are always three things that developers look for. The first is whether the hardware body is strong. I'm not talking whether or not it scratches, but whether it has good functions, whether the screen is clear, how the speakers sound. These are the first things we look at. After that, we look to see how the user interface is, because after all, this will allow you to make games, to provide something people can play, and to provide a wide range of experiences to users. The third thing we look for is something which you might have guessed, which is the connectivity and the infrastructure for this. In other words, any functions beyond the user interface. In particular, the function I personally most wanted to see, and what really makes this device great for me, is the adoption of 3G, which is something everyone in Japan has also hoped for more than anything. I have to think that it is really wonderful that we have finally seen the creation of hardware, for which we no longer have to make excuses about not being able to do this or that. We have also prepared a movie that I would like all of you to see. I will explain about it as you watch it. We didn't have much time, so I was concerned about what we should show, but in the end, if I am going to come up on stage, it wouldn't seem right unless we showed material from Yakuza. We are currently developing Yakuza of the End to be released in March, and had the NGP team transfer it over to their device in about 10 days. The time frame being what it was, there were certain features that we couldn't include. But in the end, we have a real-time movie here. I think that it is actually very significant that we could have a real-time movie with sound designed using a game system meant for PS3, completely transferred to NGP in such a span of time. With some later work to add lighting, mostly shaders, we have brought a PS3 movie onto NGP. I think that is incredibly significant, although you might not know how significant it is if it wasn't explained. If this movie helps you to understand that, then I think that it has value. We actually tried to make a real-time demo where I would knock on the screen and knocking sounds would come from the door in the movie. But there were some issues that needed dealing with, and in the end, we were not able to make it in time. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to port over what we were able to do in the time we had. That we were able to just barely make it in time is a real load off my chest. That's it for the demo. I am currently making this type of game for home consoles. I look forward to seeing increased pressure on home consoles as portable devices get better and better. I mean this in a good way. I can enjoy the pressure resulting from what happens to the home console scene as portable systems improve. And I hope that I will be able to make use of NGP's new functions and create entertainment the likes of which you have never seen before, particularly by utilizing NGP's network functions. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Nagoshi, for your passionate presentation. I cannot hide my surprise to see the demo of the Yakuza series on NGP. It is amazing that the realistic feel characteristic of the Yakuza series could be thoroughly experienced on NGP too, and it gives us high expectations. Thank you, Mr. Nagoshi.